Hi, I'm Monica May, a media person here in Orlando. We have a special election tomorrow for the District 5 City Commission seat. And I was trying to think of what I could do to help galvanize, get the word out about how important this election is. So last night, when I was on Soul School Sunday at Star 94.5, I started, giving the information about where the polls were going to be open and the times and stuff like that. But I wanted to take a little bit more time to go into it just a tad bit more. So if I'm looking down at my notes, understand that's the only reason why I'm looking away from you beautiful people. There are more than 21,000 eligible voters in that district. And in early vote, we had little around about 2,000 people. We're hoping that there are more tomorrow. So that is the expectation. So keep in mind that the winner of the special election will get to serve as the interim city commissioner until Commissioner Hill's case is concluded. If she's found guilty, they'll hold the seat until the current term ends, which is in 2026. If the commissioner is found not guilty, she gets to reclaim her seat right away. So I wanted to share a quick look at the 7 candidates who are running for that seat. All right, I had a chance to meet them as I moderated a panel just recently for Florida Rights Restoration Coalition. And they all had amazing responses to the questions, and they all seem ready, willing, and just wanting. They have a desire to jump into that seat right away. So let's go down the line. It's 7 of them. We'll start with Erica Dunlap. She was the first African American to be named Miss Florida in 2003. And then we know what happened in 2004. She became Miss America. She's a UCF graduate, a former candidate for City Council, that same seat. She owns her own public relations business. Among Dunlap's priorities are building more affordable housing, providing training and skill development resources for residents there in District 5. Taikisha Ellison is a business mentor and coach, and she wants to bring those skill sets to the residents there. She also wants to help people find homes and apartments as well as help them set up and run their businesses. She said she'd look to bring similar programs to the district if she's elected. She also cites a need to get a handle on the rising cost of rent. Luana Gelzer is a longtime community activist and frequent candidate for offices in Orlando and Orange County. She focuses on causes related to racial and environmental justice. Professionally, she's a business consultant. Gelzer has called for stronger accountability for police officers who have been found to use excessive force. She says the city should track that issue more closely. She also wants a forensic audit on city housing programs to ensure that subsidized units remain affordable. Cameron Hope is a tax businessman. He runs a tax business and has said he believes more city dollars should be put into economic and commercial development in District 5. Doing so, he says, will bring more income to residents. He'd also like to bring more youth programs to the district, including one specific that he mentioned during our panel discussion, and that was chess leagues that he wants to bring into various neighborhood centers for kids. Travaris McCurdy is a former state representative who has previously worked as an aide to Senator Geraldine Thompson, and he actually also worked with Commissioner Hill. Currently, he works for the Greater Orlando Aviation Authority, where he focuses on outreach to small businesses. McCurdy said he'd support policies that aid the homeless without criminalizing them. He'd promote the building of affordable housing and bolster the city's infrastructure. McCurdy, as a legislator, said that he brought home state funds to help expand Paramore's Kid Zone. Miles Moraine Jr. is a community activist who runs his own nonprofit, which focuses on gun violence prevention, youth mentorship, and housing issues. He'd also like to shift some of the city's budget away from police and fire departments. Instead, he'd like to see them help pursue programs focused on the root causes of crimes, like the city's community violence intervention program, which city leaders credit for a reduction in gun homicides and non-fatal shootings. And last but not least, Shaniqua Shan Rose is a former city employee who is currently the executive director of the Town of Edenville's Community Redevelopment Agency. What they're in the process of doing is trying to bring the state's first African American History Museum to the town of Eatonville. In Orlando, Rose said she'd push to convince housing developers to include more affordable units in their plans, aggressively pursuing expanding the city's social services with grant money. And she cites, and I'm quoting, there's trillions of dollars in funding that the city could be applying to address our youth issues. And that's the end of the quote. So, again, note, I'm going to repeat this. There are more than 21,000 people who are eligible to vote in this election. We got to get out there. Election day again is tomorrow, May 21st. The polls open at 7 a.m. and they close at 7 p.m. I'm going to list now the final thing, and that's the 5 polling locations that start. And they'll be open for you all day. The John H. Jackson Community Center, 1002 Carter Street, that reps the 32805 zip code. In 32835, which is actually right in Metro West, is Fire Station 12, 1588 Park Center Drive. Rock Lake Community Center, 440 North Tampa Avenue. That's also the 32805 zip code. In 32808, right off of John Young Parkway, we have the Northwest Community Center. That address is 3955 WD Judge Drive. And finally, my sister Pastor Reva has opened up Majestic Life Ministries, 821 South Kirkman Road, in the 32811 zip code for you as well, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. If you need more information, go to the Orange County Supervisor of Elections office. Their website is ocfelections.com. And finally, I just there's no endorsement behind this. This is just something that I think I needed to do. I don't have anything to gain in this race, in this piece of, I'm calling it a public service announcement. I just wanted to share and encourage you to get to the poll tomorrow. Bring 5 people with you when you come. And also, I don't know if you were at the Delta's recent celebration of women, the brunch that featured Joy Reid on Saturday. She said it best. Women can do this. Black women get out and we vote and we can carry an election. And it's true. I'd like to add that it is up to all of us to do our part every election cycle. I sure hope this has helped.